I think I took about 20, 30 pills. So I cut myself. I really hit rock bottom, end up in the hospital. And then after that,
I'm sitting in front of Mr. Made You Think.
my guy,
What's good, you, my brother?
we're alive, you feel me? We're alive, my guy, we're alive.
It's crazy, bro. Like, I used to say, yo, we're the two faceless brands, bro, man. But you stepped out before me first, bro. What's going on?
Do you know what it is, yeah? I'm uncomfortable doing it, if I'm honest with you. If I'm completely transparent with you. But I've always felt like I said, when I got in, I always felt like everything that I've done, a lot of the principles I applied was through studying other people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Through studying other people's interviews. I watched hours, countless of interviews. And I got a lot of game that I applied into my own life, my own way of thinking through that. So I always felt like, coming from where I come from, I always felt like it would be almost kind of like selfish, because to not give game back for somebody out there, because sometimes when someone can relate to you, somebody like yourself, a youngster could be like, you know what, I can kind of relate to him. My words will have more of an impact than someone from a different background, you know what I'm saying? And I was thinking maybe you should just write a book. But how many people that I'm trying to touch will read actually books, do you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Do you know what's funny, bro? Do you remember like one of our first interactions? We kind of, it nearly went left, didn't it?
It was a negative. Do you know what it is? And it's mad because I have that with a lot of people. I think I understood where you was coming from though, because at that time I did see a lot of. Do you want to give the context?
Yeah, let's get the content.
Yeah, basically, a lot of blogs take people's content, right, which is wrong, and especially people that have produced good content. Do you know what I mean? And they repost it, but a lot of people, what they do, they watermark their own thing, or they take away the person's logo, etc., etc. I'm conscious of that, so I made a mistake that day, but I would always at man, I would always credit man, because I've been fucking your content way before, and obviously, but you must have, I think, maybe caught wind, right, that day, and that day I think I probably forgot to at you or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you've come, and them times I wasn't even good at when people come at me like that. Remember them times I'm fresh, I'm not like that now. I'm a bit more seasoned, I'm a bit more patient with it. So automatically I'm thinking, bro, who's my man? So obviously I've gone. And then whatever, and then...
Do you know what's funny? You know, it's funny now, man. It just shows how men, as we grow, yeah, it's like, it was, I wouldn't know, once I put out my content, I just leave it. But I was getting people everyone would say like, yo, I think there was a season where just bare people just taking my content.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then I think I messaged you and I think, yeah, I had a bit of an energy.
And then, this is what triggered me. It wasn't even behind the scene. You must have then posted, man, on your page. Like, something like that. And I just thought...
Did I post you?
Yeah, I think you posted the page,
yeah.
But you said something in your feelings, upset, whatever, angry.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm mad, and I'm thinking, bro, why is my man trying to draw me out? Because also, I think a lot of people didn't understand, yeah. I understood your reason because I'd seen it. But I would always actually credit. I think maybe that time I forgot. And I would never crop out. You see, like some people, they crop out.
Crop out my logo crazy, and
I would
never slap their thing on.
Yeah. I would never do that. Because I was conscious coming in the game, yeah, and like... But I also knew, because when you're mad at me, that's why I'm getting mad. I'm thinking, these lot don't understand. Like, you know, blogs, if they credit you properly, they contribute to the building of anyone else's brand, because most people see it on a blog and then say, okay, you know what, let me go and see it. So I'm thinking, I'm actually showing man love.
Yeah.
And he's, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Nah, listen, hey, man, I'm not even trying to throw my bro under the bus. My boy, he said like, yo, what? Do you think I'm a dickhead? It was almost like man was ready to pull up, you know. I think it's like, you know, he says like, not like these internet dickheads, you know, that you come chat to.
No. You know, I was fresh. I wasn't. I'm not.
But you know, bro, do you know what it was? And then there was a moment I looked at it. I was like, all right, cool. Whatever I say from here on in, it can escalate it, like, because I could already tell like, you weren't on that joke thing kind of time. Do you get what I mean? And I just thought, you know what? We're two faceless brands, so it's not a that thing. And then I remember I think I apologized and then you apologized, whatever. But we we got over that, man. And it's crazy. Like years later, just like we're sitting down and we talk anyway.
We chop it up.
We
That's what I'm
talk.
saying.
We talk.
You're my guy.
Yeah, now we talk.
You're my guy. Do you know what it is? And this is what I've learned even from doing this as well. Like, because that's just an isolated incident. I've had so many incidents. I've just learned to have patience with people. And I think, like you said, it's when you communicate, and once I think I made you understood that I'm not doing it, and that was an isolated accident. But in general, that's not my intention. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? And I think once you understood that, then we kind of like, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah. And let's be clear, like, and I've said this to you many times on the phone, and I'll say it in person. What you've done in terms of like pushing my content is, bro, it's helped the brand in ways I can't even describe, bro. Like, it's been immense. Like, I'm looking at people like Rio Ferdinand's following me. I'm thinking, why is Rio Ferdinand following me? And I'm realizing he's seen my content on your page, or do you get me? Maybe like, and I'm thinking, bro, like, and I understand as content creators, but
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, you know what? I'm humbled that you say that, and I admire you that you're grateful and see what I've contributed. But I always think at the same time, you're doing great content. Do you know what I'm saying? Essentially, my job is to pick the greatest content. Other than the paid adverts, the content that I watch is content that I actually feel, and a lot of your content I genuinely feel. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm posting it. And then that's why, see, marketing, this is what I say. A lot of people when they advertise with me, I think to myself, because they say, oh, how much can I get? I'm thinking, you know what? The way an advert works is how good whatever you're advertising, how good it is for my market audience. I mean, do you know what I mean? For my target audience. That's how advert works. It's not me. It's not about, I could have 1 million followers, yeah? If whatever I'm pushing out, it's not good, it's not going to hit. So your thing is, I see a lot of people say, oh, you're the best interview ad platform, or you do this platform, this, when it comes to interviews, right? And that's why I say, so even though you say, yeah, boom, I say, you know what, big homie, it's actually your work as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it is your work. That's the reason why they're going on the page and thinking, you know what, this is worthy of following. But yeah.
No, it's crazy, man. Like I was saying, like, bro, I realize how much content you have to watch, bro.
Fam, they don't know.
Like, have to watch, chop up, bro. We're gonna scale back on a few things, but bro, what is the actual process of your day? You wake up, how does it work from there?
It's just mad. It's obviously I don't want to give too much game away, but yeah, it's work. Put it that way, it's work, boy. Like,
no shortcuts. No shortcuts.
It's not like, that's what I'm saying. When people just say that, because I sometimes get cussed, yeah, and I'm glad you said that. People be like, you got the easiest job, and all you do is copy and paste things you see on Instagram. And I'm just like, do you know 50% of my content don't actually come from Instagram? Like, when I started, it was like 70% of content, but obviously with IGTV and more people on Instagram, now I'd say it's 50% of my content don't come from Instagram. If people know what I have to do, like, it's not, you can't just, it's like, because you're a content creator, and like, you understand the work that I have that goes in. And it's not, like I'm saying, it's all in, basically. Like I said, 'cause I don't want to give too much obviously away, but it's all in still.
It's all in, bro. Like, even just before this interview, man, like, mate, you have work to do before you even doing our thing, man. And one thing I do realize is, I will say that it's not giving away the gems, is like, you plan your day.
Yeah.
How long you can actually be on the phone for.
Yeah.
You don't have time for idle chat.
Yeah, bro, like, for the most part, my phone ain't even on. Like, I'll be honest with you, for the most part. And even the people I chat to, I'm very selective who I chat to, like, and it's hell because everyone wants something from me now. I'm in a position where everybody, like, every artist is manager, someone that's got a podcast idea, it's like everyone wants a part of me, and everyone wants something from me, and it is hell because I'm just on the mission, and I just want to work.
Bro, that's the part I also used to, like, kind of like try and resonate with, is that I see the phone ringing, I'm thinking, it's something that is required of me on the other end of this line. Like, for you, how do you deal with, like, every time you get a call? It's not really like, yo, bro, how you keeping? How's family? It's what you could do for them.
At first, I wanted to help people because I understand where they're coming from. And I understand everyone's just trying to get to the bag. And being a hustler, I get it. But it got to a point where it's like, it was detrimental to me moving forward. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, I'm giving so much. It's detrimental to the business. Because if I start posting everyone, because let's be honest, not everyone thinks good, innit? The standard of the page goes down. Everyone's gonna go. Do you get what I'm saying? And then two, it's just like it was taking too much out of me, and I just got to the point where I've got to be cruel to be kind, and it's like I used to literally try and spend like an hour, 2 hours trying to respond to all messages from iMessage, WhatsApp. It's got to a point now. If I see it, I'll respond. If I'm getting on my days and I don't see it, I'm not even going to feel guilty because I'm on the mission and I've got things to do. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think of the bigger picture, like me succeeding and going further, I can help people in that way. I can put people on, I can employ more people, I can help my family. Do you understand? That's my way of helping. Me stopping and then trying to help everyone and please everyone, that could actually be detrimental to the bigger picture. So essentially, I might trying to please and doing everything for everyone, I might actually harm myself in the long run. So it's got to a point where I'm a bit more cruel.
Does it ever, like, physically, bro, does this, because even for me, bro, I've been just trying to get back on my fitness, bro. Like, just, I wasn't sleeping right, bro. Like, just constantly thinking, bro. Like, but when you're going through those type of periods, like, does it affect you physically as well and mentally?
I was saying to my brother, I was saying to my brother, like, I'm at a point now, like, I'm coming up to almost 5 years doing this and working at this, like, these 7 days a week. Remember, this job is well, innit?
Yeah. No days off,
It's
man.
no days off. Physically, I feel it taking a toll on my mind. It got to a point also, like, I don't even have, like, I'm a thinker. I enjoy thinking. I don't even think, bro. Like, from morning to night, there's so many things. Because like now I'm actually a business as well. Do you get it? Now there's people depend on me. Now I've got to pay this. Now I've got to account that. There's external things as well now that I've got to be doing on a day-to-day basis. And it's like, I generally don't even have time to think. And I thought, it got me to a point where I was actually kind of sad because I'm like, thinking is actually what's got me here. Like a long time of thinking, I don't have it. So now I'm trying to be a bit more strategic. And also now as well, one thing I realized, the game's changed from when I started, bro. In terms of content, yeah, before, it was kind of easier to stay on top of everything. Now, it's changed. Like, it's like, bro, there's like hundreds of podcasts.
That's it, yeah.
There's like hundreds of interview platforms. There's just so much content, and it's got to a point where I thought, okay, you know what? There's a lot of noise. Right now, there's a lot of noise. Even in the UK music industry, there's a lot of noise. Like with musicians as well, before, it would be a thing where all the artists I fuck with, yeah, you're going to get, when you drop a singer, but now, bro, like let's say on the GRM Daily on a Thursday or Sunday, I think they're the two main days, I think. Is it Thursday and Sunday? Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother. And then think about mixtape match, all the other platforms. You might all get like 15 releases, bro. 20 releases, bro. Man can't post everyone now.
And everyone's expecting a post.
And everyone's expecting it, but they're not seeing it for months. And then on top of that, that's just the known ones. You got to understand now as well, I've got upcoming artists as well. I've got adverts. I can't post 30 music videos in a day because people don't come to my page. Let's be honest, like my page is where you discover new music, but that's a percentage of it. The bulk of it is current topic, current affairs. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's got to a point where I can't please everyone. It's even hard to even listen to every album because there's so much album coming out, UK and US. I'm a fan of US music as well. There's so much out. It's like, I've got to a point where there's so much noise. You have to now warrant me paying attention to you. That's the decision I've made now moving forward. You have to warrant. If you put up content just because you're my guy, I can't, if I don't, from the title or wherever it is, I don't feel it, I'm going to have to pick something because there's just too much now. I can't please everybody now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Are you built on a race where it's like, and I felt, I kind of exchange with you, bro. I didn't know it was going to be like this. I knew I could depend on myself, work rate, ethic, you know what I'm saying, morals, integrity, keep a certain standard. But I just found myself becoming more and more distant with all my friends, thinking like, yo, like, I'm explaining things to them and they're not getting it. They're thinking, oh, no, just employ somebody. And bro, remember we were talking about when you were looking to get people on board and we're talking about, bro, do you know how hard it is to get the right people to work?
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro. It is crazy. Yeah. Like, how have you reconciled with that then?
I mean, I've had to accept, I have to delegate things. Like...
What point was that for you?
So the first thing first was DMs, first and foremost, because like I said, I was spending like 2 hours a day on DMs, right? Trying to get back to everybody. Because I'm trying to be Mr. Nice Guy, get back to everybody like myself. And then when I deeped it, times that by 7, that's 14 hours a week. That's 14 hours a week. Do you know what I could be doing 14 hours of my week? So I had to accept it. So I hired staff over that. And then even stuff like my day-to-day runnings, because I'm so busy, I had to forfeit that kind of stuff. Even when I work with just camera guys and stuff like that, even like I want to watch everything. I want to there's certain things I just learned to you just got to give. You've got to just try and trust somebody. And it is hard, like you're saying, because a lot of things is like, when it's your baby, what I tend to find with a lot of bad workers, yeah, and this is why when I just see people from, I just think, you're just not going to get far. Like, if I came and work for you, right, even if I'm the coffee guy, I'll try and make you the best coffee every day. Because that's just my attitude. I just want to do everything at the best level. Like, I'm thinking, this guy's, you know what it is? I'm grateful. This guy's paying me. So, I need the money, yeah? And you employ me, yeah? I'm like, this guy employs me. This guy feeds me. So I'm going to do the best that I can for him. What I find with a lot of people is like, they're just coming to get the money. Yeah. And they generally just don't care. They're going to do the bare minimum. So that kind of stuff, me being a kind of like a perfectionist, that kind of stuff. Like, when I hear about Steve Jobs, apparently he used to be like he used to be really bad to speak. Like, he's known for really like pushing his stuff and getting mad. I understand. Obviously, I'm not paying him Steve Jobs money, so I can't be like that. But I get it. I hate, and there's a lot of people like that in the industry, I reckon, that I've dealt with. It's like, they don't care. But when you do find out, and there is some people that I have found that do actually care, and I'm grateful for having those kind of people.
But were you I won't say burnt along the way, but was there any...
Oh, there's a lot. You've got to get burnt along the way. Because remember as well, as you're coming up, you're dealing with the budget you've got. This is the reality. Most of the people are the best. You're going to have to pay the best fees, innit? So very, very, very rarely would you find an intern. You're lucky if you find an intern that's got that mindset. Do you know what I mean? You're just lucky. So a lot of people you're paying with the budget you've got as you're trying to come up, and you are getting burnt. Even stuff like DMs and stuff like that, like, I'm big on customer service. So even stuff like that, I've had a lot of issues with my staff where like, some of my staff where they're not responding back to people right. They're making people wait long, like all that kind of thing. Because remember, it's all reputation. If you come away from dealing with me a negative, you might go and tell someone, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that.
Bro, but also the thing is that they attribute that to you.
Yeah.
Not the worker.
Yeah. And when I'm preaching, and this is what I'm saying as well, when I'm preaching all these black excellence, all of this, that on the platform, they can't now, behind on my DMs, be getting like, because it looks like you're a false prophet, innit? So that stuff like that gets to me, man. When clients are not dealt with accordingly, that gets me. Because as well, I value every money. That's the thing as well. It's like, you have to value, if someone wants to pay to do business on your platform, you have to value it.
No, that's 100%, man. That's something where, you know, I've had a few situations myself, and, you know, I always say to the people, like, you look, if I pay you $2,000 for this or 20 grand, like, your level of work, the number, it's like silly break something, the number can be that. The work has to always be at a certain standard, irrespective. And yeah, I think it's a culture also, bro. Like, I think there's a lot of like, excuse the phrase, midgets on the shoulders of giants. Like, if I'm around you a little bit, I can peep the game. 2 months later, I'm gonna try and do my own thing.
Yeah. Do you know what as well with a lot of people? Two things. People don't understand the whole network reputation thing. You know, like, if I do good by you, the most powerful form of marketing and advertising, when you walk in that building, the next building, and something comes up where you could benefit me, you say, yo, my man is, like, that's the best, that's the most powerful form of networking and marketing. Do you get what I'm saying? So when people do something, I think like, I'm never gonna, like, if I get calls for people, some people I've worked with, and I'm never gonna send it your way. I'll send it to this man, but I'm never gonna send it your way. So you don't even know, because you will never know what you lose out from having that luxury attitude. And also, I think a lot of people that are driven by the bag instead of purpose. I think, and that's what I noticed. I'm more purpose driven. Do you know what I mean? A lot of things I do is purpose. It's not the bag. So I think a lot of people, like you're saying, they're just trying to get a shortcut, all of that, because they're just trying to chase the bag.
Do you acknowledge? I mean, let me say this. I think I acknowledge the impact you've had on online culture, because there was a few. You started to go click on, and I saw your sons and daughters. Do you know what I mean? I saw a lot of mini-me's was almost like the same. It was almost trying to go through the same blueprint. How did you feel about that? And did you ever feel like people were just trying to, like, I won't say you felt sorry, you thinking, right, like, why are they trying to copy my template?
Do you know what? Remember I was telling you earlier when I study a lot of people, yeah? And I'll say this, when Apple came with a smartphone, right before there was BlackBerry, there's bare smartphones now. Like, that's, when something works, and I knew this, right? Because when I came, and this is going to sound mad, but hear me out. I kind of revolutionized blogging from a street aspect. Because it wasn't, the way I done it, it was never done before. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there was other blogs like Shade Room, like in America, there was academics, but my things was well thought out. My target audience was well thought out. How I was delivering the message, there was no Instagram page for I know anyone I was even talking in. The reason, that was a conscious decision, how I'm going to speak to my target audience the way I would speak. Do you understand what I'm saying? Also, for example, like before then, a lot of the content on Shades Room and academics, yeah, was just kind of like Instagram content. I grew up on WorldStar and then GRM Daily, when he was Grime Daily. They were like my source of content. So when I came on Instagram, this is another thing that I've done. Like when I say I revolutionized it at the time, I thought, okay, my routine, I used to go on WorldStar and I'd get everything on there. Then I would go on Grime Daily, I'd get everything on the UK there, and then I'm gone on my day. But I noticed a change. I noticed that I'd wake up, I'd go on academics, seeing stuff there. Then I would have to go on YouTube, and then I would have to go on other platform, like podcast platform, and just watch stuff, different place. So I thought, hang on here. Why don't I just bring a WorldStar kind of thing, bring everything in a one Instagram page? I see that. So the point I'm saying is, at that time, a lot of people wasn't even doing like other things from other places. It was just Instagram content or people are beefing and such like that. So I bought a platform where you can wake up now and you can try and get almost everything on one page, yeah? So even all of that, back to the point, sorry, let me not drift off. So when I did all of that, I knew that, you know what, this is going to be something new. And I knew that once people get understood, because before then, blogging was seen like a nerdy thing, innit? So when I say revolutionize it, I kind of revolutionize it in a way where it's a mandem blogging, right? I knew once mandem clock on that there's actually money in it, the time when I start people realizing, right, there's actually money in this thing, when I start the whatever, bare mandem going to jump on it. Because everyone's going to think they can do it, but it's not as easy as people think. Because I see a lot of people trying it, and a lot of things, I see a lot of mistakes, and when a lot of people, I see a lot of errors in what they're doing. Because there's actually a science into, like, it sounds mad. It sounds like I just look at content and post it, but no, there's actually a science to everything that I do. Yeah,
man. It's like you aggregated content, consolidated, put it into a place, like a buffet. Like,
yeah,
all you want is here. You know what I mean? And I think, yeah, that model, yeah, it did revolutionize things because I wasn't seeing it elsewhere. But like I said, I knew after you and I started interacting, and I'll see other people following my page, and I'll literally see, it felt like as soon as you posted something,
yeah,
they would post the same thing.
Yeah.
It just looked like, okay, yes. But
I'm not mad at it. Just, you know what it is? They're just trying to eat. But like I said, it's like,
but there's no purpose with it.
That's the point I'm saying. You're up with somebody that's actually got there was a plan, there's a blueprint, and there's actually a purpose. And also, it's like, I love like urban culture. I love my intention, because that's another thing as well. Sorry to drift off here.
No, that's all good.
Like sometimes I see people post something, like I see a small blog posting something. I think the heading one and Tion Wayne beefing, right? And they put bare laughing faces on it. Because sometimes a lot of blogs will send me stuff to try and get me to post them and tag them.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, this is why. I just looked at the blog, and I said, this is why you won't win. I was like, when I see stuff like that, I'm just like, I think this is so unfortunate. Two brothers that are winning, two brothers that have kind of like changed their family life. Like, it's a shame that their past and where they're from is catching up on them and can potentially throw it all away. That's my feeling on it. Like, I generally don't get happy when I hear this rapper's gone jail or this one. I'm genuinely sad. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm genuinely sad. So it's like, as well as loving the game, I operate from a place of actually genuinely wanting to see the Mandem win. Like, I genuinely, because I know where they come from. I know the hardship to even get to this level. And I know the demons they have to face, the drawbacks they have to face. So when I see people winning, I'm actually blogging from a place of genuinely wanting to see people win. If you're blogging from a place, just even on some spiritual tip, where you're seeing two brothers and you're laughing and you're enjoying it, I just think to myself, like, I don't know if the universe is going to reward you like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of people as well is like, do you actually love it? I'm trying, my whole mission is to advance the culture. Even if it's 5%, it's to actually advance the culture as a whole. So my purpose, I feel like, kind of like keeps me ahead of a lot of people.
Now that's true, because we do have a part where you could say, bro, like intentions and, you know, energies, when you're looking at it thinking people actually, like, let's be clear, if mainstream media like the BBC was to portray black people in a certain way, we'll say, white people make us look bad. And then sometimes if we do it, it's like, no, but it's pants though. It's the same bringing down other people and shining a negative light. And that's the part where I always say there's accountability and responsibility. And I think a lot of people don't want the accountability part. They just want to have more and not be responsible for what they've gained. It's quite sad. It's quite toxic now, what we're seeing.
Do you know, like I said, I'm not going to feel like I'm an angel. I've participated sometimes. And some of my toxic tricks sometimes have come out through my blogging. I try to hold myself accountable. But it is getting to a point sometimes. I was sitting back the other day, like a month ago, and I was just like, I was watching all the news and I was just like, I don't like this no. Like, I don't like it no more. Like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't enjoy it. It's like, every day it's like, someone's dragging people, you're dragging this one, that one's beefing that one. And it's like, there's real, like, people have family on these blogs. Like, there's real repercussions. Family members are gonna be like, what's going on here? You don't even know the mental state of, and then it kind of like humanized even with me when I start reporting certain things. I started thinking, you know what, like, you kind of got to like, you got to think through things through as well sometimes, because I don't know, like, obviously news is sometimes gonna have to be negative. Do you know what I mean? We don't live in a, like, not everything in this world is positive. Do you know what I mean? You have to give them the real news in it, but it's like, I feel like there has to be a balance, and I think it's also how you put it out there.
Yeah, no, I agree, bro. Let's touch on some of your like before all of this, bro. Because even like a lot of people, they've met me as where I am today, bro. Do you know what I mean? They don't know about where I grew up and just the person behind this, man. Like, what's your early start of life looking like?
Before I came here, I told you I'm gonna early start of life. I'd say just a normal boy like everyone else. Come from a place where how can I say it? Yeah, council house, on income support. I was in school. I was like troubled youth in school. I think I'd say. Obviously, I was always like, just a normal troubled youth in school still.
What do you think sparked that then?
Do you know what? Yeah, when this is mad. Like, when I was young, because I don't know my biological parents, innit? So when I was younger, I never used to think that shit would affect me. I swear that I used to watch stuff and I'd see people like and I'd be like, just get on with it. I didn't understood like.
Because it's all you knew as well at that point as well.
Yeah, I didn't understand. No, I was always conscious I don't know my, but yeah, it's all like that I know. Yeah, it's all that I know. So with me, I never wanted me, but I'd sit there and cry and say, oh, why don't I know my mom? Why don't I know my dad? I just never used to get it. When people used to cry about it, I'd be like, just get on with it. It don't affect me. But now looking back as an adult, I see like, because you know when you're like in school, like, especially like when you're young, when you got to do counselling, like, I like throughout school, like I was saying to you before, I had to do counselling from like year 2 to right to year 11. I had to have once a week your counsellor comes and takes you out, like kind of like therapy. And I never used to get it. Why they'll make me do that? I'm saying, what the fuck? Like, I generally didn't used to get it, but with me to get out lessons, I would do it. Like, I can't lie to you, yeah. But now, like the stuff that I was very emotional, fighting a lot in school. Just your typical kind of naughty kid, to be honest with you. Just your typical naughty kid. And like I said, I think certain things affected me still. I can't lie.
I mean, you spent time in like foster care as well. How was that?
Yeah, obviously, yeah, because of my behaviour, all of that kind of stuff, a bit moving wild, so they put me in care for a bit. Again, as a youngster, I don't know. Again, those kind of things, like as a youngster, again, those kind of things are just like, do you know, you normalize. It's weird, like, do you get it? Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people can relate to this. You normalize, like, I mean, let me say it's not normalized because you knew your friends and that, and I don't care, but you just.
I think you're not in control of.
You know, chaos. You know, you get comfortable with the chaos. That's the one. That's the perfect way to explain it. If you around chaos, you just find chaos becomes your norm. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's only when you like go older and you move yourself from it, you think, raw, like that what these things wasn't normal, these experiences wasn't normal, what you went through wasn't normal. These things actually have a deeper, like the older you get, you think, raw, these things actually have a deeper effect on you. Do you know what I'm saying? They had a deeper effect on you than you know. Then still, can't even lie. I don't feel like my whole childhood, if I'm honest with you, yeah, I don't feel like my whole childhood I was ever happy.
Crazy.
Like, that's actually that real. Even not even just childhood. Even until I feel like I only became content, yeah, and started accepting things and dealing with things, and I'd say literally probably about 3-4 years ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel like the whole time, I feel like my whole childhood, I think even like, I know it's fashionable now to say the role's bullshit and all that. I think the whole time I'm there, that was bullshit. I don't think I was genuine. You have happy moments. Don't get me wrong. You have happy. I'm not going to say that I was depressed the whole lot. I don't feel like you have happy moments. But when you look back at the whole thing, you think, no, I don't actually think I had a happy childhood. I don't think I really had a proper happy childhood still. I'll be real with you.
Was there a tipping point where you just thought, mate, I'm done with it?
Yeah, that was a bit later on still. Yeah, I had a moment. Yeah, where, do you know what it is? Yeah, there was a time where I hit my lowest rock bottom. I would never do that again though. Like, I'll be honest with you. Now I look back, I feel like those things are selfish. You got people that love you. Like, basically, I got to a point, one time, like I said, you think you're right. Like I said, I didn't think these things bother me. I don't care. I'll just get on with life. And I feel like a lot of things I was doing was like to overcompensate for the maybe wanting to know mommy and daddy. You get what I'm saying? Maybe not feeling good enough. Maybe not feeling truly loved. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe not like not liking yourself, like on a deeper level. You know what I'm saying? You don't think it. When you look back, when you do certain things, you start thinking, right, like, and I think a lot of things you were doing was also so much like, it was actually for validation. You do a lot of things to show yourself that I'm good enough. So even like a lot of things you do, like if you strip it down, it's to show people that you're good enough. And I feel like it got to a point where, at one stage where it's like, you feel like you've done so much, so good by people, and whatever, and you just feel like no one ever. But obviously you're wrong for feeling that. But I did get to a point at one stage in my life, and I just thought like I was really, really unhappy. I've lost. You feel like you lost it all. I didn't really lose it. When you look back now, you're just thinking you can always bounce back. I lost it all, and then you have the victim mentality. I think, why is this always happening to me? And then at that moment you feel like, am I ever truly going to be happy? Because any bit of happiness that I get gets taken away from you. You start thinking to yourself,
it's crazy. Yeah.
Am I ever going to truly be happy? And you think like, and then you start thinking to yourself like, if you question yourself, if my own parents didn't love me, then who's going to love me? And then but it was a selfish. Like I said, I did have a moment. I hit rock bottom. I'm going to be transparent. You know what I mean? I don't think you should have skeletons. I think you should be honest. I think I took about 20-30 pills. So I cut myself. I really hit rock bottom. End up in the hospital. And then after that, honestly, first of all, I felt so selfish, like proper selfish. I felt like, because then the people that love you, they came and they were there, and you feel like, imagine I didn't recover.
Yeah.
From them pills. Like, imagine how would they feel? Do you get what I'm saying? And also, for example, when I do things like this now, like I give back to my family and stuff like that. But imagine I would have cut the story short. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's like, and I realized it's never that bad. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's never that bad. You know what it was? And I was saying it to someone. The main thing was I was so far from my purpose, the lifestyle I was living. I was so far from me. I was no longer me. That's why in a moment of what I thought was chaos, I was weak. I was extremely weak because I was so far, I was purposeless. So it's easy to fall apart. Do you understand what I'm saying? But I would, yeah, I think that was the lowest moment, but also that's kind of like, it sounds so fucked, but that was like amongst one of the best things, because I said to myself, after that, I woke up. I'll be real with you. I actually woke up. I went away. I went away for a couple of months. I read a book that changed my life, actually. I read Mastery.
Robert Greene.
Fucking, probably my favorite book, yeah.
Yeah.
Just went away. And this is what I'm saying about telling people's stories. Sometimes people don't know how people affect us. I always remember when 50 Cent got shot, he had to go away, innit? And that's how I kind of like, he started going gym, started working. I always remember his story, innit? And he kind of like rebuilt himself, got a hench. And then that's when all the mixtape and the Get Rich. So I always, when I hit the rock bottom, I said, okay, you know what? You've actually got to go and literally rebuild yourself. Like, so mentally, spiritually, I was training twice a day. Literally, it was like God. It was like where I was staying abroad, there was like a gym, like literally like 1 minute walk here. So I could train twice a day. I was eating mentally, and then I was just read Robert Greene on Mastery back to front. And that book, at that moment, it's mad, yeah, because before I decided to go away, I said, I need to buy a new book. And I got tired of Robert Greene because I read all his books up to then. And the last book I read of him, I think it was The 50th Law. It sounded like just a repeat of the 40th. It was a power 50th. It was just a repeat of it. So I didn't like The 50th Law. So when Mastery did come out, I didn't even initially buy it. And then Simon just told me, just buy it, Mastery, and I bought it. And honestly, at that time, it just hit. He spoke to me like in so many areas, like he just hit, yeah.
Yeah, because that book there, and that, like, you know, I've spoken to Robert Greene, and
yeah, fam,
that,
I've seen you, big up. I've seen that. I said, yeah, I remember the first time even seeing you done it, because you done the interview years ago.
Yeah,
I was like, mad. Man got Robert Greene, mad.
Yeah, man. But bro, do you know what it is? And this is the thing, innit? Like, bruv, life hits us in different ways, man. And I think another thing, like, not to stray too far from it, bro, but then also, bro, like, there's also the relationship we have with women, and how that can also sometimes be, not honestly detrimental, but...
I was terrible at that still.
Really?
Do you know what I think with women? I was thinking, like, a lot of the time, yeah, I was looking for what, you know, mommy issue's real. I feel like I had expectancy for people for what a mommy should have really done. Do you get it? So I feel like I was putting too much expectation on people. I think, I don't want to sit here and bash anybody. Like, I think that's because I'm not going to use my platform to talk down on anybody, because essentially any decisions I made myself. Do you know what I mean? So I can't hold anyone else accountable for myself. But I think like all the different whatever I was going for weren't for me, essentially. Do you know what I mean? And it's only, honestly, all these kind of things, for example, like even for example, like I would do like overcompensating. Like I'm a generous person, don't get me wrong, but I'll just do dumbness as well, yeah, just to overcompensate situations. And it was just, I was just making a lot of bad decisions. And then, do you know what? When it got to one point, obviously I went counselling a bit and that, and when I started accepting me and stripping all the layers back, then it was a bit like, I think I'm in a better place now still with women, to be fair, making decisions.
You know, it's Cadet said something to me. He said, I can't remember the line. I'm paraphrasing. He said, "It's never how good of a man I am for you to stay, but it's kind of like how much I have to do for you to feel it's okay to still be with me." And basically, at the point when I stop doing my thing, you'll just go. And I think there's always that thing where it's almost like that overcompensation is a real thing. It's almost like, no, I'm showing you all my qualities. So surely, why would you?
Yeah, bro, spot on, bro. Like, yeah, that, and that's, you know, them things used to hurt me, because I'll be like, right, I'll come through for you. I'll do that for you. And then when shit hits the fan, it's not, like, you know what I'm saying? So, RIP Cadet, by the way. He got some deep interviews with you still. Big him up still. But yeah, but essentially, every decision, everything you get into is your fault. Like when you got to look back into it and think, okay, why did I get myself into this situation? It's only when I started accepting that. Like I have no anger towards anybody. Like every situation I've been to, I think it's my fault. Do you get what I'm saying? And I got myself in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like now, yeah. But I don't. Yeah.
Did you always feel the signs? You just didn't respond to them on time.
No, I wasn't wise enough. I'll be honest
Really?
with you. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Do you know what it is? Yeah, that's another thing as well. Like, I just wasn't wise. You know, that is, I wasn't wise enough, man. That's what I'm saying. When I say I was so far from my purpose, a lot of the time in my life, I wasn't wise enough. I was making decisions on shallow decisions. Like really, like you make decisions, shallow decisions. You know what I'm saying? Not from a place of wisdom, not from a place. And also, yeah, when you don't know true love,
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. It starts from there, bro.
how are you gonna seek true love? Do you understand what I'm saying? When you don't know true love isn't shallow. True love isn't the glitz, the glamour. True love isn't that. True love is real shit. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like once you experience real shit, like you only want real shit, and you only value someone from after going through real shit. And there's a lot of things I was doing. I'm going 100 miles an hour. I'm eating bare women. I'm talking about women from young all the way to like. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm eating bare women. I'm going 100 miles an hour. I'm doing everything. I'm just doing everything shallow. It's all for shallow reasons. I'm into things for shallow dreams. Shallow. This is like, and this is what I'm saying is my fault. A lot of things, all this is shallow, and it's like. You have to go through real shit, understand real life, and say, okay, cool. You know what? I need some real shit.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And once I started understanding that, and you just have to humble yourself as well and just understand life on a deeper level. I'm not saying understand, I've got the answer, but once you start getting like, yeah, then it's like, yeah, now I'm not even like, see all the glitz and that, yeah? That don't even get me like, 10-10 baddie, I could appreciate it. You know what I mean? I got eyes, I can appreciate, 10-10 baddie, you know what I'm saying?
We see the post.
Yeah, I can appreciate it, but that's where it ends, bro, because that's not real life.
Do you know what's mad, bro? Like some parts, this is where like I talk to some of the man them about these things, and I guess I don't know if things are getting worse or I'm just becoming more aware of the things that I didn't believe. My parents have been married for 43 years. So I've grown up in a completely opposite scenario. Mum, dad, married. My dad went to Nigeria, was working in politics, then the government threw them over, so he got stuck in Nigeria. So for 10 years, my dad wasn't in my life, from 5 to 15.
Yeah.
So I remember the time period of like, parents even is a mad thing. You're seeing Tom's got his mum and dad, or you're going to the sports day, and everyone's cheering. There ain't no one cheering for you.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like every day we're praying. My mum and I's praying. You know, that the whole immigration thing will be sorted out. I was thinking, I understood that love was tolerance, bro. There was nothing glittery at all, and make my mum having to. You hear that 3 jobs a day. It really is cleaning in the morning. Afternoon, at night, you're going like that whole thing. And I said to myself, that started to make my perception of like, all right, cool, well, if a woman ain't really on that type of time,
that's powerful.
It's shallow because like my mum held it down for my pops.
Yeah, that's powerful.
If I'm like, don't chat to her for 2 days, and she's like, all right, cool, well, I'm gonna talk to this guy with blue tick. And that to me that's made me probably put a bit more expectations higher than where we currently are.
Powerful. Like, love is tolerance. That's obviously good tolerance as well, not toxic tolerance. Yeah, that's powerful still.
Because but then also, bro, just even, I mean, I'm not gonna get into your business now, bro, but do you, like, where you at now as an individual?
In terms of?
Like, just, you know, Mr. Made You Think, you meet people. Do you like to associate yourself with what you do? Or do you try and create separation?
Because I don't mingle. You see, it is, yeah. When I went through, because I was quite like, growing up, I was quite popular. I had a lot of friends. I've always been popular in school. I've always just been kind of like a popular person, do you know what I'm saying? So when I went through whatever I went through, like I started valuing the people that was in my life so much more. The people that went through what I went through as well with me. So I kind of like more like, I'm kind of like isolated. I can't even lie to you. Like I don't really like hanging around with new people. I'm not really onto meeting new people. Like obviously there's times you meet people, I'm like, yeah, but for the most part, a lot of where I go is family functions, friends of family functions. So I can say I made, you know what I'm saying? I can say, oh, that's made, people talking it, but that's made you think. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But I'm not like, I'm like that no new friends thing. I'm big on, obviously, I'm very guarded, boy. Like, we've got to go through for me to let you in. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't really I get invited to a lot of things. I'm not on it. Like, I'm here to work for, like, I'm not on it. Yeah, I roll with my people, man. I'll be real with you. Still, more time I'm with my people still. I show love to everyone else, but more time, I value my people different. I'm blessed. I can't even lie to you still. Like that, those things there are the key, bro. Like, you see when you rebuild and stuff like that, I'm telling you, I'm so blessed, bro. Once I started clocking things, yeah, bro, I'm so fortunate, bro. All the people I got around me, like they're A1. Like, even the reason why I'm here, like when my first major thing got deleted, I said, fuck it, I'm not on it no more, man. I was trying to rebel, innit? I took it hard. I was thinking, every time I do, I started feeling sorry for myself. It's my brother, my boy, all of that, like, because they're the only people I knew. They're like, nah, go again. I was just thinking, fuck that, I ain't going again. I ain't doing all that again to get deleted, but fuck that. They were like, that's why you need people like that. They're like, nah, man, come on, boom, boom, boom. And a couple of months later, I said, fuck it then.
So why did it get deleted?
Do you know what, yeah? Remember them times, yeah? I don't even know nothing about Instagram. Because what they do, Instagram email you if anything strikes up. Why? But you got to remember, yeah, when I started Made You Thinking that, it's a spontaneous one. So I don't even know the email that was attached to it. So I don't even know the reasons. But what I think it was, and this is a valuable lesson to anybody watching, don't chase clout. Don't chase numbers. So what I started noticing, one day I put a shoot out between some people, whatever, that got bare views and that got me bare following, bare for that time anyway. That got me bare following. Then I started putting fights, crackers, but I don't actually even watch those kind of things, yeah? But I was started thinking, okay, this actually works. So I started posting shit like that, but I think those things, they break the guidelines. But I think if you break it after a certain amount of time, this is what I'm thinking, I'm not 100% sure. But I think if you break, because I never saw the email, I didn't know you got like email and all that. I didn't even know what email was attached to it when I set up. Yeah, it was so raw, yeah. So whatever, I think I kept on doing that, and that's not even the stuff that I'm into. But I was literally chasing the following, the numbers. So when I did get deleted again, and I took a couple of months back, at first I wasn't on it, and I was studying again. I said, if I'm going to come back, I'm not going to chase numbers, and I'm just going to do my purpose. What I want to do is be in the entertainment industry, so I'm going to base it around entertainment industry. I don't care about what crackheads are fighting. I don't care about crackheads in country, and I'm not that kind of blog in general, you know what I'm saying? So I think when I came back again, there'd be more. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I learned as well in that situation. It's like I took it so bad when I got deleted. It's like bad things happen, bro. But it's how you bounce back. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that was a learning curve. But yeah, but big up to my people. But the point I was making is like I've got such good people around me. Even women, I can't even lie to you. Like, there's a big part of me rebuilding myself. Starting Made You Thinking that I got support from a woman, which I'm very, very grateful for till this day. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Shit like that, I value.
Yeah.
Now, do you get what I'm saying? No,
you can see the blessings now, isn't it?
Yeah, well, honestly, like, I pinch myself daily, bro. Like, I'm fucking, like, I can't even lie to you. I'm blessed still. Like, I'm proper blessed still. I can't even lie. Like, even when I was saying to you, like, I don't know my parents and that. Obviously, I've been in contact or whatever, my biological parents, like, to be in a position to kind of give back to them. Like, even though we don't got that relationship and that, I feel like if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So I send money. Like I said, I'm not going to make it out here. I come on here. Like I said, I send bags back every month. Like, I'm not going to try and cap and gas or make it look, but I send money frequently back home to them. And to me, that's a W. How can I be like, think about how they must feel. Like, I've come at peace. I forgive them for, like, they must feel raw. Do you understand what I'm saying? That shows my heart. I don't even have a relationship with you. So that stuff like that gives me proper fulfillment. I can't even lie to you still. Like, helping my mom that raised me, very grateful for her. That gives me fulfillment, helping my family. Like, me and my brother got a business together, like black on business. That's the kind of thing. Like, how can I be mad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where I come from, like, what we do, it's like, I'm grateful, fam. Trust me, bro. I'm grateful. I got a good woman hold me down. So, like, blessed, bro.
That's sick, bro. Do you know what it is? Because I was thinking, bro, that's abandonment issues are real, though. Do you get me?
Ooh,
like,
yeah.
When you first connect with your parents, man, like, did you have to also? I don't know how, because again, I don't know what that situation's like.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what's mad? I met my pops. Imagine my pops the first time I met my pops. I was 18. You know the first thing. That's mad it is. Yeah, he came came to the UK, yeah. I forgot what for. Imagine now, I got into some dramas out yeah, bruv. Like, it wasn't even me. Some youth I see had something to do with my brother was a naughty guy in school, yeah. So he's pissed people off. So he's falling on my plate. I'm a good guy. I'm just trying to cut you.
What younger brother you say?
Yeah. He's pissed people off. He was a terror them times. Still, he's changed now, but he was a terror in school. So obviously he's falling on my plate now. Obviously, as the big brother now, and I've seen some youth, yeah. Like, imagine this year, bruv. So I've seen some youth, yeah. I'm not even on that time. Yeah, I'm just trying to. Like, I'm a cool brother. More time, I'll be honest with you. He's hyping. I'm like, brother, you don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's not, you know what I'm saying? Brother, the youths come and boom, smoke me. So I've just mashed works on the youths, whatever. But when I've mashed work on him, I've got all his blood on me. But security and that, they were on my side because they see that I actually was trying to like say like, yo, like, they see like I wasn't like, he was coming on to me. You get it? I'm just like, yo, chill. Whatever. So obviously I've ducked. Imagine it's the second. My dad, I've seen him in my family home. He came, said hello, whatever. We just had a few words. Then he's in the shopping center. He's just come to the country, bro. And obviously he's heard I'm this, whatever. You know, African parents, they'll go back home. He's this, is that. I see him. So I'm running to shopping center to run backyard and that. I bumped into him, my aunts and that, whatever, with all blood on me, fam.
Man.
He must have just thought, I just, do you know the wicked thing? Even though he's never been my love, I felt disappointed. I felt like I've disappointed him. But anyway, yeah, so from then anyway, like, I got to a stage where years not speaking. And then I just had to come to terms with, like, we don't really communicate like that. Because obviously maybe, like, I don't know, it's just, when you don't know someone for so long, it's like, but I like to think I still don't know reasons why, a couple of reasons why, in terms why I was in you, whatever. I haven't asked, I don't know if I'm scared or whatever, to know the real thingy, but I've come to acceptance with it, whatever, like, you know what I mean? I don't really chat to them like that, but it's just more of a thing where it's like, I do what I can for them now, innit? As a big man now, I feel like, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's love, innit? Regardless, innit? It's love.
But that cultural part of it, bro, like, you see what it is? What country are you from again?
From Congo still.
Congo. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Me, Nigerian, bro. I mean, again, I don't know that the specific dynamics, but, bro, the stubbornness in culture sometimes, like, it's almost to a point where you can't ask questions.
Yeah.
And there always has to be, it's just always, respect has to be given, but it's very rarely like you're seen as
equal. No, equal. But I think I can ask, to be honest with you, if I'm honest with you, I do kind of think I can ask questions. I just think I just not ask. I think I'm going to ask questions at some point. I'm going to go and visit. Because I think, like, to really know yourself, you got to go to where you're from. To really, really get
to... You ain't being back home?
No, but I'm going to... Very soon, I'm probably going to go back.
I'm touch the soil, man.
Yeah, I'm going to touch the soil, and then I'm going to touch base. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to need answers. And also, I feel like sometimes people just don't know no better, bro.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's not even on the tip where, remember, it's where the era they came from. You have to understand. You see me, you have to learn to understand things as well. Not every situation is like, oh, why me? Some situations, it's like, so a lot of people came from an era where, like, parents weren't even loving like that. Like, if you, like you say, African culture, some people like that don't even, like, mom and dad don't say I love you to each other. Like, there's a coldness of it in it, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes, like I said, you have to understand the time where people were born, why, whatever. And like I said, I ain't really mad anyway, man. Yeah.
Bro, do you also acknowledge how much of I mean, you're work in progress, but you've overcome so much, but just how influential you are in like black musical space?
I love music, man, and I work hard, so not even in an arrogant way. I would hope to be influential. And that was always my plan anyway.
But bro, can I keep it? We can take this back if you don't want it.
Yeah.
But on the low, you have been like, you know, you're piecing things together with artists, I think, bro, sometimes, you know.
Yeah, I'm working. Do you know what it is? When I started Made You Think, the main plan was to get into... My main thing made you think from the start. The whole reason of me starting is to have my own record label, straight. Yeah, I grew up, like I said, I never like looked up to rappers. Obviously, some like Tupac and that, but essentially, Dame Dash, Jay-Z, Master P, P Diddy, Dr. Dre, Suge Knight. These are the people that from being a kid, literally studied, obsessed with them, like rated them. So I always wanted that infrastructure. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna make sense on what I'm doing, whatever I'm doing, like behind the scene, and this is what I started it for. Do you know what I'm saying? But obviously the game's revolutionized now, so the plan's a bit bigger and altered. But essentially, I wanted the music label, so I'm gonna.
So just not to go into your codes and your gems, if you have a music label, is it going to be more hip hop related, and then also is it going to be talent based? Because we can't deny views is what's driving everything.
See, I don't care about stuff like that.
You don't care about views?
Do you know me? Yeah, this is the thing, and this is why I think my page works. I don't care about things like that. I swear, like, some people get bad music. It's not good music. Like, I'm more like, again, I'm a purist, innit? Like, everything I do is from a pure place. I'm a purist. So with me, it's like, are you good? Do you know, there's some of my favorite UK artists, like, they're not the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
Tenderness, EMAC, these people are not known. They're like some of the best UK artists, but like, I keep them.
Funny enough, I was speaking to him on my way actually, randomly.
Yeah, and I think to myself, when I'm in positions, people like you that I'm coming for, it's not me, it's not about dynamics. Can I listen to it? Because you know what it is, yeah? It's all about, I'm mad the way I think, innit? I think, if I was to die, I know it sounds deep, but would I be happy with this? And it's all about, that's what I'm saying, it's like, I'm not here doing Made You Think I Am because thinking like everyone else or trying to follow a trend. I'm here because I try to think myself, do you know what I'm saying? So I want I want to invest in artists that, I like Stormzy, the Daves, you know, the artists that revolutionized the game, right? Artists that stand the test of time. I'm more into that. I don't like, yeah, like, you got to be like, I got to feel like, oh, this is how I look at it. And this is why I'm taking my time with it. This is why I'm not even in a rush. You see Drake, he's from Canada. Look what that brother done in America and done around the world, because he's that good. He's that good. That's the kind of things I'm looking for. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm looking for like, for the next 5 years, I'm like Kano. Like, you know, that's the artist. If I could sign anybody, I wish in career I could have signed is Kano. Because if I had Kano, with his talent, with his level of being a purist, yeah, but with my marketing skills and my kind of think big, but obviously if the artist won it, I think I think if I had Kano from the start, and obviously the game was a bit different then, innit? But I had my hustle, my drive, my marketing school, my way of thinking. I think Kano, because even appeal-wise, everything like
yeah, he had. And I remember that there was a moment. I may be wrong, but wasn't there a time when Jay-Z tried to?
Yeah. Like Kano ticks. For me, he ticks. That's the kind of like that. And when I listen to Kano, I'm listening to pure art in every aspect, all the layers. Like that's the kind of thing that's the kind of shit that I'm into. I'm not into like here today, gone tomorrow. Like I can vibe with it. I know that's what the youth want, so I'll post it on my platform and that, and I fuck with some of it. But I know that's not. I want to give back to the world something proper. Do you get me? I don't think God blesses you. Yeah? This is the only thing is world music. I think a lot of these artists. I think you don't understand this. Once you've got a platform, right? You've been blessed, bro. Yeah. You've been blessed. Don't take that for granted, bro. Like, if God's put me in a position of giving me a gift, yeah, I want to return something to the world proper. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah.
Nah, bro, I hear you on that, man. Because it kind of goes down to even when I think about my platform and I start to think about, you know, when I started 10 years ago, and it kind of like pivots to what you were saying before, bro. A lot of the things I'm seeing now, I wouldn't start now, bro.
Yeah.
Because I don't see anything in it to make me think, you know, this is why I love doing it, bro. Like, but we're here now, and like, it's good that we got strong, like, roots, so to speak. And you start to realize a lot of the purest part of it is gone. To an extent, and a lot of it is now more like.
That's why like some people have a responsibility. Because what I've seen in America, and I love it. Because I got to a point, me and my brother was talking, saying America's hip hop is kind of like dead. And academic kind of like, I used to get mad at academic, I can't lie, 'cause I'm a hip hop purist. I'd be like, why do you promote this? Why don't you promote that in my head, yeah? But then I started understanding academics. Academic, he's not like a hip hop purist. Like I see his thing, and I know when he posts something, and I know when he's a paid ad. He's not a hip hop, he likes wave. He's like a wave rapper. He likes Young Boy, Lil Uzi Vert, all that kind of stuff. Young Thug, yeah, he likes that. He's into that. He's not into pure. So he don't in his own time. Because when you watch him enough and the things he rates on his shows, Twitch, on his playlist, you understand, okay, he's into that. His favorite rapper is Drake. Like, he loves Drake. Like when Gucci, even for example, it's a funny thing, when Gucci and Jeezy were beefing, all the classic Jeezy was placing. This nigga only started commenting when Jeezy was rapping his song that when Drake's bars come on, this nigga commented on. I was thinking, that's what he likes. He's not a purist like that. Whereas, so I thought, oh, you know what? Because he's a gatekeeper in America, but the purists there. But then what I'm starting to see, the purists are rising because you know what it is? There's always going to be demand for excellence, bro. Like, rubbish can only last for so long. Like, trust me, like, rubbish can only last for so long. There's always, and that's why I don't mind going the long way and everything. That's why, and that's why mastery changed my life, because it shows you that if you reach mastery and you take your time and you're patient and your aim is to actually get excellent, once you hit, you're going to hit. Do you understand? It just takes a longer time. Do you get what I'm saying? Sometimes the rubbish comes and it goes. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, we have a responsibility to kind of, as also as gatekeepers, to a degree, to also kind of like start taking our time and thinking, okay, what's actually excellence? And I think that's the thing is I'm skeptical about labels and that, what label I assign myself to, because you can't rush greatness as well. But when it becomes too much about money, it's just about, you got to turn things over and you've got to, that's why I'm so grateful, that I'm self-funding everything I do, because I can take my time. I can make all my mistakes. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you can't rush greatness, man.
Bro, it's true. Like, I mean, look, I'm not going to sound like a compromised individual, but, you know, the label system, the way I've always looked at it is the label at the point of a barcode or transaction is just selling the audio sound. That's just what they sell. It's not the thing behind it, people, duty of care per se. That's not it. That would be a counsellor's job, a manager's job. Their thing is, all right, cool. Can we profit from it? And the other thing I think, which is more true to our experiences, is Black culture has become way more prominent in influence than it is in commerce. So when we do see artists who are going number one, like, bro, there was a time, I don't know if you remember, I used to start posting the stats. I called it ADTV stats. I was posting the numbers, right? And I was like, yo, like, if I keep on doing this, because one, actually, you're not so quote unquote supposed to post the actual official chart numbers, right, to an extent, right? But I was thinking, right, like, people are going to start doing the maths. They're going to be like, right, this person's got 2 million followers. They sold only, like, they had like 5 million official chart sales, but they had like 300 actual purchases. When you start looking at it, you start saying to yourself, like, bro, this don't add up. Don't add up. And then and again, I can tell you, bro, when you're upstairs, there's a finance director. He's looking at forecasts. All these things what Alex the Kid was telling me, I didn't understand until I got on the inside. I was thinking, bro, it's like, okay, cool. So wait, this is in red. We're 100 grand. And they don't know what's next, bro. Did you get it? So the whole thing of like taking time, and when Alex Kid said to me, like, if you could tell a label, if you stick with this artist and within 10 years it'll be in Adele, none of them will sign it.
Yeah.
And this is where I think if there is a revolution or an adaptation, it has to kind of like fit the model of the long haul.
Bro, this is where my blessing comes into. Yeah, this is what I'm saying to you. Like, I'm not like a lot of people in my position will rush to everything. This is why I'm on like I thank God every day I'm self-funded. Like, I'm actually like a lot of things I used to look up to, I've become that, and I'm grateful because I could put my own bread up. Yeah, have my own to tell artists, you know what, I could be in a position where, you know what, I'll look after you. I'm gonna sign paperwork. You're just gonna grind for 3 years. Oh, you've got potential. We're just gonna go with a producer and take out. You know, it is great. You can't rush greatness, bro. Like, people are going. You just can't rush greatness, man. Sometimes you just got to take your time. You got to master your craft. Like, I love like Michael Jackson. I love like Beyonce. Like, even Drake. You know, early Drake. Like, I like artists that gives me like the shivers. Is what, you know, when an artist really gets me, it's when like everything marries together. Like the beat. Like, I'm like, wow. Like, I would love to give that back to the world. I can't just. I don't know, like. Even like the Murder Inc. run and that, I rate that when the music that the Ja Rule and them were doing that run, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, those kind of things, the game documentary, you know, stuff that there's a time it takes you back to a moment.
Marks time, yeah.
It marks time, yeah. Like, you know what? They don't get enough credit. So solid, man.
That's it, bro.
They kind of ticked all the boxes. They came with excellence. proper beats, music, everything. There was attention to detail in every single thing.
Videos still...
Yeah, their videos are still better than many people's videos now.
Bro, it's 21 years ago, you know.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying, but it's that...
Is that part of our culture, though? It really is like, I won't say we don't respect our elders, but we act like, well, if you're not doing it now...
Yeah, I don't like that. That's one thing on my platform. I try to give it up. I don't like that. Let's not forget the people that... Like I always say, if you don't have gigs, you don't have my platform. You don't have street rap. If you don't have, let's put it that way. Like if gigs don't go through everything he goes through and sticks at it, not fucks up. I see a shift, yeah. I see bare things, bare trend. I remember when gigs, Landlord, I think it was, went number 2 in the charts, yeah. A rap album, street album. Every street nigga now come back on rap. Bare men that left rap before, they've jumped on it aggressively. Do you understand? So you've got to give you've always got to give up to the foundation, and that's the only thing in the UK. I feel like, especially the bigger platforms and that, it's too focused on here and now, and our OGs kind of get disrespected a bit still, and it's not like we kind of got to change that still, man. You always got to, like, I'm humble with anyone that I interact with that's above me or that was here before me. I always have that humble approach, you know what I'm saying? Because there was a time where I had to get game from whatever you was doing, do you know what I'm saying? And I'm never going to really forget that still.
Bro, just summarising the next part, do you ever feel a bit... Okay, let me start again. There's people looked out for you in the beginning, right? Like, in terms of, like, within the industry, like, other platforms, people, you get me? Like, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Is there... I won't say is there ever a compromise, but there's times where there's a lot of people are speaking now, right?
Yeah.
And people usually look to your page to see, and I'm not talking about anything current, right? So let's be clear, it's not anything that's been going on recently. But people look to your page to see what you think about what someone else thinks or says, right? And I'll be real, I'm talking about more so the Chip link-up situation, yeah? And for me personally, I felt you were a bit on link-up side because Rashid's my boy as well. So that's my guy. But I felt it was you were on link-up side where my perspective was as impartial as you are as well. Chip was enforcing his actual IP, his actual legal rights, and everyone was almost bashing him for that.
Yeah. Do you know what it was with me? Yeah? Again, I was coming from a place of being a purist, fan. Do you know what it is? I get it. The business side of it, I get it. You're using me to essentially sell this. If I don't like you, whatever the issue is, you can't use it. So I did get it. But this is something about, I'll tell you something about me, yeah. I'm a proper purist. There's some people I actually don't even like in the industry. If they put out content and I like it, it's bigger than me. That's what I'm saying about moving the culture forward. I'm going to post it. I say, you know what? It's bigger than me. This is actually dope. And the culture needs to sit. I'll post it. I don't actually like the person. Right? But it's actually bigger than me. And I just felt in that time, again, do you know what it was with me? I was projecting what I would do onto Chip, which is wrong. I was thinking like, this is a bit, we don't get documentaries like this. I remember I grew up watching beef documentaries in America, and I love them documentaries. They're sick when they document. So these documents of time, I remember that Chip Younger thing was a big thing. I remember like loading up YouTube, like 6, I think one was 6 o'clock next day. You know what I'm saying? They were getting, like, these are the times when million views weren't even like, you don't get million views like that. Like, so I remember that. So then when they were really documenting and I watched the documentary, I watched the documentary before it came out. I got sent the link. I was just more of a thing where everyone needs to see it. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, now we've finally got something where we're telling a UK story. Because remember, again, we don't do that here. It's just in America you tell these stories. So as a purist and as a fan of UK culture and UK music, I was more angry at that. But upon reflection, I kind of went a bit wrong because, like you said, it is my man's whatever. He can do whatever he does. But he could have allowed it because, you know, as well, in that documentary, he looked the best. All the others looked bad. All the other artists looked bad in it.
Do you know? And this is funny. I was with Chip on Monday, and I kind of like alluded to it because I think, and this is the thing. Like, even us talking, bro. This is like even now, like being where we are, bro. Like, there's a point where it says to myself, all right, cool, this is gonna burn pockets, but you know, to talk with someone like yourself, like, these are some of our stories to an extent.
I'm humbled still.
Do you get me? But the other part I felt, and again, this is just, you know, big picture is who on Chip's side was speaking, and some of the people who were speaking it felt like what was actually like, it's just, okay, cool, who's available, who will do it. And I think the overall thing of the documentary was great, but I just felt like it was a point where it felt like people were bashing him so hard. And that's the only thing. And I'm not saying that you were part of that, but I just there's always that
I think it was
perspective.
even, I feel a lot of people bashing him in. I think a lot of people were coming on to me and saying, you're so dumb, is his business. I think he was kind of like, there's a lot of people defending him as well still.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, do you know what it is with me, yeah, as well? Like, I feel like I have to be careful with how I say things, like, because people literally hang on to, like, I didn't think my voice would be, like, as impactful as it is now, basically. So I kind of like...
Bro, your voice is crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know, though. I genuinely didn't know. I can't even lie to you still. So, like, it's a... Because you know what it is? There's a difference. Because I was looking at my following. I'm thinking, I ain't got following like my man or my man. But then I realised there's a difference between following and influence.
Correct.
It's a two different things. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like I kind of have an influence still. It's a bit mad still.
Bro, and it's not even that. It's the I forgot the word. It's an outfluence. There's a word where it's like there's the influencers and then there's the big people that ain't got a lot of following. But bro, it's like you got so many people, footballers, like millionaire, bro. Like your net worth of your following of people actually like ingest your content. It's crazy. And again, I'm skipping what's happened recently, but even with that, it shows that almost people was like, I'm not saying you're the president, yo, but we're waiting for you.
Yeah, waiting for you.
Like, say something like.
Yeah.
It's mad. That's part
You know
of
what's mad in general as well? There's a lot of things I actually don't say on, but I think people just don't miss it. There's bare things I don't say on.
Yeah.
There's bare things I don't touch on still. Because you know what? You have to be conscious sometimes. It's like, if you're wrong about something, right? Your platform, you got to see, let's take the human element of it. If you're wrong about something, like anything. So I'll give you an example. Miss R Fabulous and IVD, whatever, them thing, they had their little situation, right? And then Miss R Fabulous said IVD slept with whoever she slept with. I don't know. I just thought I ain't posting that. Because it's like, if I'm wrong that she slept with, she didn't sleep with all these guys, and then I post it, for example, I don't know how she's going to feel at home. And then the backlash she's getting, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if her family members, so sometimes it's like, it's mad because sometimes I am going to post stuff, like I'm contradicting myself, but sometimes I will post certain things, sometimes I wouldn't, but it's just on the day, whatever I think, should I touch on this or not, sometimes I do think of the ramification of posting certain things still, I can't lie.
Yeah, man. It's crazy because actually, there's real life stuff that, what they say, that everyone's going through something secretly that you don't know.
Yeah.
Everyone. There's no point in the time when it's plain sailing. And maybe a lot more things in forefront that make you think, oh yeah, like this is my blessings, but
and you gotta understand as well, now you see me, this is the thing about a lot of street stuff, like that I don't really post street stuff like that, like in the UK. Like, I post American stuff because I don't know them. I'm not gonna affect them, but the UK, the reason why is like I'm from a particular background. You see the way I look and all of that. Man, I'm not gonna take violation from no one. Yeah, like I'm a big man. I'm not gonna take violation from someone. So I'm not trying to offend someone that could potentially insult me because I'm gonna be very angry if anybody insults me. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then it's gonna bring out a side of me that I don't want to bring out. Do you understand what I'm saying? So some things I just have to because if I post say that Tion and Heady One, I post that, I'm almost kind of like a stirring. That's how I look at it. Because I still think like, even though I'm a blogger, I still think as a human being, I kind of look like I'm stirring it. And then if Tion Wayne, for example, is not happy with the way I
captioned it
or I did something, he's not going to deal with me the way, if he sees me, because I'm man, innit? He's not going to feel the way he will feel with UK gossip, because that's what girls do, innit? Girls do that, chat all day. But if I do it now,
that transfer of energy, bro.
Do you get what I'm saying? And then obviously, it's a man. If I was Tion Wayne and someone like me, for example, was blogging about me, and I didn't like it, and I see it's man, I'm going to deal with it a whole different. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm not going to have it. Do you understand? So I've got to fix, you remember, I'm legit now, bro. So, and if we ain't got beef, bro, you're from that whole, I don't know you, we ain't got beef. Why am I not going to get into a job where I can then potentially have beef? Anything I post, I have to stand by. And if I get into a madness over it, I've got to be able to look back and say, you know what? Fuck it. I had to do it. It's the right thing. Do you know what I'm saying? If there's any potential where I don't ever want to potentially get myself in a situation where, you know what? You could have just left that one. So,
Do you know what's interesting about it, bro? What I'm gonna give you some of the critiques I've heard about my interviews. A couple of them. Some will be like, he should ask this question, you know. But so and so would ask that question, and I took the same approach of, bro, like I don't show no for a reason, bro. I don't like again, bro. I try to stay out the way. Do you get me? Like because you don't want to, you're not trying to be on that type of time, bro. But I do realize that people almost want to be like, wait, hold on. Like somebody say like, yo, Arcs made you think. The burning question. But I understand because some people come to me and say, yo, you should ask this person why. And I'm like, what is it about wanting to know things that are going to be divisive and going to have...
People love, like...
But it's detrimental, bro. It's real...
Do you know what it is? I get it. Because, like, when I used to handle my DMs, I'd get people set me stuff like... to bring people down, expose this. Like, I know so many secrets about people. And I'm just like, no, I'm not posting it. Why am I going to post it? And I just feel like, why do you want me to post it? I ask myself, why do you want me to post it? Because I start thinking about the person. Why do you want me to post that about this person? Like, why do you want me? And some people are adamant. Oh, bruv, I've had insults here. Like, bruv, the insults I get here is just mad because I just think, like, I used to get mad, but now I just think, fucking the internet. Man will be like, you're some fake you. You want to say this one and that one's beefing abroad. Don't send it to me. Like posting, or you're fake you, or this one's supposedly a snitch. And I'm just like, it's long because I'm not even long in it. Then it's like, oh, you're this, you're that, you're that. It's just, but they're not going to deal with what I have to deal with if anything goes left. It's not going to affect them. It's going to affect me. Remember, I'm a man that I support my family. I work. I'm a business owner. I've got people depending on me. I've got staff. I've got all of that. Like, if we go left, that can potentially affect everything. Do you understand? But you're not looking at all of that. You're not thinking that. You're just thinking you're a blogger. Remember, so I'm the first kind of blogger that's kind of like mandem. So my position is completely a bit different. Do you know what I mean? And I'm a man of respect. Like I demand respect, and I give everybody respect. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, do you know that's also something where this is some of the things I've been talking to some of my guys. I'm like, bro, like this is how am I gonna word it? I feel with life, you got laces in it. Sometimes your lace is gonna come undone. So there's gonna be a point where you're gonna trip up. You're gonna look and say, yo, my lace is undone. Gotta tighten them, yeah. And for me, just for example, when I came into the music industry, like I had some people telling me certain things about, yo, look out for X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. So I said, okay, cool. Don't show my face. Faceless brand. About the person. Stick to it. Don't. There's always times we can, people. Bro, I had someone say to me, I went for a meeting at Universal, and the person said to me, bro, I thought you was Asian. I was like, how? It's like, yeah, no, people was telling me that you're Asian. Swear you're Asian. I was like, do you know I'm Nigerian? That's impossible. It's nothing. It's like, and then I put it to a point and I was like, bro, you get so far forward in your career now and you can, I won't say lose sight of who you are, bro, but you can sometimes lose sight of the picture they paint because there's all these other external factors on, like saying you're made you think, and then everyone's probably thinking like, nah, but he needs to go over here, or he should show his face, or he should do you get what I'm saying? So the long-winded thing is like, how do you still stay close to your purpose as things are evolving?
I've got a strong relationship with God. I've got the exact same circle that I came in the game with. Like I said, it's I don't allow distractions like that. Like I can't lie to you, I don't care about shallow things like that.
You say you like talking on the phone too long.
Yeah, I don't let too much noise in. And do you know what it is? You just got to be like that tunnel vision and just have the same people, and it just keeps you like that. It's when you allow other distraction, if you start sleeping around with bare girls, linking bare girls, getting gassed over, I'm this, getting gassed, I'm made, you know what I'm saying? I made
come off your square, man.
Start rolling with rappers. That's not what I came in the game to. Start, you know what I'm saying? Start doing this, start doing that. Then it's like, I saw a long time, and this is one of the reasons I like to stay face. I see time ago I was watching it. That's why I said to you, when I watch stuff, I learn. I was watching a Death Row documentary, and then some guy called Harry O, who's some big drug dealer, or whatever.
Yeah.
He funded apparently the label, right? And he told Suge Knight, don't show your face, right? He specifically told him, don't show your face, Because the problem is once you start showing your face, it starts becoming about you. It starts becoming, you're making decisions on the ego. You're no longer thinking about purpose. You're more about me, I'm the star. Like fame is a bad drug as well, you know, that there's another element of it that people don't understand. There's how many people have you seen come in the game, they're a whole different character, and then the attention gets to them, but you can start seeing they become a different person. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything becomes cloudy. People are onto you, but you don't know whether they love you. Like, I like the fact that I can walk on the street and no one knows who I am. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I like that. Like, I don't want it to be about, I always want it to be about, I want to be judged on my work, on my purpose. Do you know what I'm saying? I want to be judged by the big men upstairs. How have I done? I want my family, how did I, do you know what I'm saying? I want to be judged on my work. I don't want it to become about me. Do you know what I mean? Because then I'm human. I might get gassed over the fame. Yeah. I might start, you know what I'm saying? It might start becoming about my head. And the minute it becomes about my ego, and I'm making decisions on my ego, to me, that's the minute that everything's going to start going downhill. And downhill fast.
Bro, I testify to that, man. Because, like, bro, was like, oh, bro, what? I've been in rooms, bro, and people are like, yeah, they don't know it's me, bro. But it's like, it's true, bro. It's just a human thing, bro. When people acknowledge you and they just give you praise. Sometimes when you walk into a room and someone's not giving you praise, thinking, right, like, what is my thing? Not clipping.
And you love that. I love that. I'm a nobody in some rooms. To nobody. Do you get it? I love that. Like, and these are the things that when you're secure in yourself, you start to get. I love sometimes being a nobody. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I love that.
But this man, you done a partial face reveal. Do you do realize now it's going to be a bit more?
No, do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know? And that's the thing as well. Like, that's the thing I was fighting. It's like, I'll cover up more. Yeah, first and foremost, and also it's like, do I hide myself or go on these interviews for the greater good? Do you get what I'm saying? Like I said, my main thing with these interviews is someone to watch it. So I'm used to watch it. That's going through whatever I was going through. That's down. I've been down, bro. Like, I know. Do you know what I mean? I spent most of my life out there. Do you know what I mean? I've been whatever it is. I've been. Do you know what I'm saying? I've been like I've hustled morning to night. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like purposeless. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's like, I want someone that's in that, like in a bando somewhere, in the middle of somewhere, and just think to myself, you know what, I can actually change it. Fuck this. I don't need to do this. Because they can look at me and say, man, actually exactly done that. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Man, exactly done that. So why can't I do that? And that's how I always used to think. I was my brother. I always used to be like, from young year, I used to be like, when I see Jay and Puff, I always in my head, I'm saying, I'm on this Jay and Puff shit. I swear to you, I'm talking about from a kid, bro. I've always been on like, think big. I've always been like, I'm on some Jay and Puff shit. So when I do all this, when like I said, I'm self-made, bossed up, everything. Like when I do this shit now, it's not. This has been my mentality. Like not on like on some gassy. Like everyone now wants to be a boss because it's fashionable, but no. But me, it's actually embedded in me. Like these are the brothers I looked up to, and I wanted to follow their blueprint. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's kind of like Birdman and French Montana are kind of the reason why I even started Made You Think.
Yeah.
What's the
correlation?
This is the correlation, right? You see Birdman and Master P, the reason why they got one of the best deals, yeah? You see in the South, yeah, because the labels wasn't in the South. So all the labels are in New York and LA.
LA,
yeah. The South, you had to hustle yourself, right? So you had to hustle your CDs yourself from the back of your car, and then they build their families like that independently, yeah? So they became like millionaires from independent hustles. So by the time they got to the label got to them, they had to give them a sick deal, right? And then French Montana, the second one, I'll give you, yeah? So there was an era, remember the eras of DVDs? Yeah. So he was smart. So these DVDs, for people that someone's watching that doesn't know, you would record all your favorite rappers in their hood, like in the rawest forms of 50 Cent, whatever, this one in his hood, Jadakiss in his hood, all of that in their rawest form, hanging around. So what he would do, he owned the DVD, he'll put himself in the middle of the DVD, but you don't know that. And act like he's a rapper. So now you're discovering, because you're buying these DVDs and he's selling bears. He's selling like thousands of copies. I think even millions of copies. So now you're buying it to watch all your favorite rappers, but then you're seeing French Montana in every DVD in the middle. Now you know French Montana. Now he's a rapper. Now he's independent. Now he's rich independently. So I thought, when I saw Instagram, I saw it as a market. And I thought, hang on here. What them lot did, they just built their own market. I thought, okay, if I build my own market for pushing that content, yeah, and I remember that time 50K was a lot for me. If I get to 50K, I've got 1,000 people myself. I don't need nobody. So if I now want to put out my own music, my own artist, I can put out myself. So do you understand? So that's what I'm saying. From learning, from studying them, that kind of like, that was my way of thinking.